Go get a thesaurus and look for synonyms for better, because that's what it is, it's better looking. These seats hug me perfectly. They give me a warmer hug than Santa. Door bins, big, give me a whole hand in there, and bottles, and food. Commencing free adults across the back challenge. Yeah, it works. Remember, we're talking about the family hatchback here. That is the BMW 1 Series. It's got bigger, it's got better, and it's still pretty quick. Welcome back to the Vertu YouTube channel. Today is BMW 1 Series Day. Now, many moons ago, BMW created an alternative family car. Now, I'm using quotation marks because it was quite a sporty feel to that one. Rear-wheel drive, and also they created that monster-sounding one with a 6-cylinder engine. And then they thought, hold on, what about the families that like to drive a nice hatchback? Enter the third generation 1 Series, slightly bigger and suitable for a family of 4. Now we have the 4th generation BMW 1 Series at our disposal. What have BMW done to this already very, very pretty and very popular hatchback? Stay tuned and I'll talk you through it. For a start, the front grille, the iconic BMW grille, has now got some diagonal grilles instead of the straight bar effect that we had on the outgoing model. We've also got subtle indentations here that actually remind me of the BMW M2, M3, M4s, the really fast stuff. Also, we've got some air intakes as well there that look really nice, sleek, sharp. Go get a thesaurus and look for synonyms for better, because that's what it is, it's better looking. Worth mentioning the trims that you have on this BMW 1 Series. You have the 120 Sport, you have the 120 Msport, which is what we've got here today, and you also have the 135i, the really fast one. This one today, notable differences, you've got a little bit of shadow line here in places, a lot of differences on the inside, but the wheels, the Sport has 17-inch, you get the 18-inch here with the Msport, and you get the 19-inch with the M135i, if you're feeling a little bit fruity. To the beautiful back end of the BMW 1 Series, what you'll notice straight away is the rear diffuser, very understated, very nice indeed. What you won't see is a exhaust pipe, that is tucked underneath, but you will see it on the M135i for those petrol heads who need to see where all that noise is coming from. What BMW have done very well with their styling is that they've made what is historically known as a small car bigger. They've given it more road presence, and I really, really like that. Whilst we cut to some slow pans of the side of the car, the front and the rear, I think I will comment that BMW have made this perfect for families on long journeys, but also amazing for inner city driving. Well done, BMW. Now, BMW had a problem. How do you make something that is already very, very nice on the 3rd gen, even better on the 4th gen? Well, I don't know your secret, BMW, but you've gone and done it. It is a very, very nice place to be. And let's talk details. Okay, for a start, no hard plastic to be seen anywhere. A nice squidgy sort of material to the dash. Squidgy's a positive word in this case. And we got the nice M-Sport colours stitched in there. Very nice touch indeed. The build quality on all of my cup holders and my storage compartments, everything is ideal. Again, blue stitching throughout. We've got some nice lighting touches as well there. But yeah, as soon as I get in, I'm pretty happy. Next port of call, buttons. Very, very important. Simplicity is key for someone like me, because I'm an aging man who's nearly 40. Be kind in the comments. BMW have kept it really, really simple. Center console, it's got everything you hear. Obviously your start, stop. We've got the reverse, neutral, drive, etc. You've got your volume, you've got your drive modes. You've got everything you can need there. We've got the steering wheel in front of us. Everything is very, very simple, because some cars overdo it with loads of buttons. Okay, with those crucial bits out the way, we're now going to introduce a segment where we use a word that is very, very well known within the car industry, and we all understand it. However, when we use it, we're not actually sure if it's a real word. Let's talk infotainment. So let's talk about the infotainment system, and this is where it really shows off. For a start, the two screens are split. I've got my driver display and then I've got the actual infotainment system over here. The screen, absolutely spot on. Colours, HD, nothing cheap about it at all. There used to be a little nozzle here that you had as an option if you didn't like the touchscreen infotainment system. They've got rid of that and now it's all on here. I manage my heated seats, my climate control, my Apple CarPlay, all my settings, my radio, DAB. There's not a wire in sight for your Apple CarPlay, just in case you wondered, completely wireless, and everything is absolutely ideal. I also can control my driver display via my steering wheel and have a flick through of all of my options on there as well, which is very, very handy. I think BMW have really put an effort into the 4th gen 1 Series infotainment system because it is spot on and very easy to use. If I can use it, I guarantee you can. As I go back to the simple button display here in the center console, there are some key things that you can just flick to. So you can flick to your reverse camera, which is a 360 surround camera, as well as a very HD feel to it as well. So that is absolutely ideal. Storage when you're driving or a passenger, very important. Door bins, big. Very big. Look, give me a whole hand in there, and bottles and food. Then also, right, what we got here? Big center console storage. We got cup holders. I just had a coffee in there. Should have kept the cup, but it worked. We've got a little bit for your phone and bits like that there if you're charging. We got more door bin space over there, as you can imagine. We've got glove. There it is. Quite a big glove box in case you need to put stuff there. And yeah, storage at the front of this, which is a little bit of a hot hatch. Thumbs up from me. So let's talk optional extras. Obviously we've got the Msport version here and we've got the Msport steering wheel. We've also got a Harman Kardon sound system, which is absolutely perfect. Worth taking note, the seats can be messed around in terms of colour and stitching, which is a very, very nice touch. We've also got an option of the glass roof, which opens up as well. So do get in touch with Vertu and make sure you take note of all those extras to really make it your BMW 1 Series. I come armed with a bag. Where am I going to put that bag? I'm going to put it in the boot. The BMW 1 Series is of course a family hatchback, so we've got to talk about the boot. It's 300 litres of boot space in this one, and as I put this bag in, it's not really selling it because there's loads of room in there, and that's a relatively small bag. We've got quite a flat load space, a little bit of a lip there, but no problem at all. We've also got a little bit of extra storage space in there as well, which I think could fit a nice little fold-up scooter. Someone else just said that. Now, worth mentioning the seat split. This has a 60-40 split, but as an optional extra, you can get the 40-40-20. Very easy to put the seats down when creating that flat load space. Ah, perfect. I've got a minivan. Back seats as important as the front ones because I'm claiming this could fit a family in here, and I'm 6 foot. I think I'm 6 foot, and I've got plenty of room here. Pleasantly surprised about that. But also that is the driver position that I was just in, and I've got loads of leg room. So that is worth considering when doing those long journeys. Also, we've got the Alcantara and leather feel of the Msport version here. And we've got Isofix, we've got door bins, but does it pass the 3 adult test? Luckily, I've got 2 cameramen and a phone. Let's see how we get on. Commencing 3 adults across the back challenge. Don't say anything. Shut the door for me. 3 adults across the back. Yeah, it works. Yeah. Right, let's see what the drive is like in this skyscraper grey BMW 1 Series 120 M Sport. What a mouthful, but First of all, before I talk about the performance of the thing, let's talk about my comfort sat right here whilst driving. These seats hug me perfectly. They give me a warmer hug than Santa. I mean, I've never been hugged by Santa. Maybe a warmer hug than your nan would after 6 weeks of not seeing you. There you go, that's a better analogy. Hug me, I've got a perfect seat position, steering wheel's ready to go, in the perfect position. I'm very, very happy. But let's talk about the performance of this car, because as I said, the mechanicals aren't that different to the third generation. But why change something if it's working? 1.5 litre petrol engine, there is no diesel option before you think the 120D exists. It doesn't. And there is only an automatic option. There is no manual option for those people that, I don't know, like to pretend they're Vin Diesel. There's only an automatic option, which suits me down to the ground. Now, the performance of driving this is really, really good. The stats back it up as well. 52 miles per gallon, the book will tell you. On the road, real life stats, maybe a little bit less, but 52 miles per gallon is very, very good. And remember, there's a 1.5 litre petrol, mild hybrid system involved, which makes efficiency that little bit better. Also worth mentioning, 7.8 seconds to 60. Now that's not exactly rapid, but you've got the M135i if you really want to put your foot down and wow people with the acceleration. It hasn't got launch control, it's not needed. Remember, we're talking about the family hatchback here. That is the BMW 1 Series. It's got bigger, it's got better, and it's still pretty quick, because I can go from comfort mode, or my personal mode if you like. I can click the button there, I go into sport mode, everything turns red, and sometimes on cars it doesn't make a difference, but this one it really does. Now I've got a little bit of space in front of me on the country road, and all of a sudden my quiet drive goes into something rivaling a hot hatch. All of a sudden there's a grunt to the engine. The turbo is so responsive, helped by that mild hybrid system as well. I've also got flappy paddles. Flappy paddles, just in case I want to feel like I'm a racing driver while driving around town. But it makes me smile. Worth mentioning something about that mild hybrid system, because you're going to probably wonder what's the point of it. I'll tell you what the point and the best thing about it. When you put your foot down in lots of other cars, you have to wait a second. You have to wait a second for everything to kick in and then you go. This replaced that. It helps the torque and it helps the power get down to the road nice and early, and you're away. That's a really, really good point about this car, especially in town, because you don't have to wait that second before pulling out. You can trust the car to get the power down to the road and you're off down the road. And that is a real plus point for this car in terms of drive. As I mentioned, the sport mode is a real plus point in this car. Everything stiffens up a little bit, very responsive. The grip is fantastic as I'm going around the country roads, and it does want to climb to an acceptable speed really, really quickly. But for those who are up for a little bit more of a comfortable drive, you are not going to be disappointed with this 1 Series. Those people looking for a peaceful drive, do not worry. Do not worry, you are covered when it comes to BMW, because I've flicked it into a personal mode, or that sort of custom mode that you're going to have it in, and it's very, very quiet. Very, very nice. You've got kids in the back, they're not going to be disturbed by the noise. There's no crazy wind noise either. I've not got the radio on, so I'm not distracted by that, and it is just a very smooth ride. And whilst I say it's got a little bit more road presence, it is still very, very manoeuvrable. It's got a really good turning circle of around about 11.7, so similar to the outgoing model. So around town, I am more than happy in this BMW 1 Series. Now, I know I've mentioned visibility whilst stationary. It's fantastic while driving. It's very similar to SUVs that I've driven. Also, worth mentioning, the rear windscreen. I always worry about the wipers. We've had a bit of rain today, and I worry about the wipers actually don't clear much of the windscreen. I can see out the back of that, no problem. It's like a widescreen telly back there. Well done, BMW. You've obviously picked up on that. You've been listening to us reviewers. So how do I summarise the drive of the BMW 1 Series? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll summarise it by saying, if you are a proper driving enthusiast that likes to remember what it was like when you were 21 years old, perhaps in that hot hatch of yesteryear, you've got that. You're sat in the Msport seats that are hugging you. You've got the perfect drive position. I've got Msport staring at me in my steering wheel. I'm able to go fast in sport mode because it really gets the power down quickly. It's even got the grunt of that M135. Okay, not quite, but you get what I mean. But then also, you've got the maturity of the 40-year-old man, i.e. me. You've got the space for the family and the kids in the back. You've got the fuel efficiency of around about 52 miles per gallon. You've got the smooth drive that you barely hear any noise from outside. You've got absolutely everything. So you've got a bit of both. So maybe when you want to leave the kids at home on a Sunday morning drive, flip it into sport mode. Feel what it's like to drive a hot hatch again. But then also you want to be sensible and be the family man and go out shopping in town. The BMW 1 Series does both perfectly. That's how I sum up the drive. So there we go, the BMW 1 Series, 4th generation, the 120 Msport to be precise. Get down to Vertu now, don't just take my word for it. Click the link below, make your appointment, test drive one of these, and I'm pretty sure you'll be driving away in one. Or remember to like, subscribe, and watch our other vids. We'll see you in the next one.